What up? Saturday morning, having coffee, we're vibing out. The topic is two of my favorite pieces of advice. I got these advice in my first few months of working as a field engineer. So this was a new environment. It was my job right out of college. It was pretty high stakes, working on well sites. A lot of pressure from clients, a lot of health and safety hazards out there in the field. So a lot to take in. And in my first ever job was in Oklahoma, and I was working with a senior engineer, Canadian, and these jobs can go on 24 hours a day. So we were up late one night, and he turned to me and he said, unprompted, he said, "Listen, you're gonna fuck up. Everybody out here fucks up. I fuck up. The top guy at the office fucks up. You're not alone when it happens. You're not special when it happens. It's not the end of your career. It's not even the end of the day. Um, don't hang on to it. Don't let it mean anything about you. Move through it. Don't think twice about it, but just know there's going to come a day when you fuck up and you're going to fuck up really big." And the second piece of advice, kind of along the same lines, I got was a few months later. I was working offshore, and I was on the cusp of getting my promotion. So every job meant a lot to me. I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to get ahead. And this particular job was not going so great. The senior engineer on that job was also a Canadian, and he pulled me aside and he said, "Hey, no matter what happens out here, this is just your job. But it is your job. Doesn't matter, your boss isn't here to make decisions for you. The client isn't going to make decisions for you. Don't let anybody influence you doing your job. And when it's all said and done, it's just a job." So those two pieces of advice have really meant a lot to me as I've grown and developed and been in different environments, because they both really affirmed and reminded me that my worth doesn't come from my performance on any given day at a job. I don't measure my value in how I'm doing at my job. Like, your life is your life, and how you do your job, or making mistakes at your job, or what a certain person thinks about what you did or didn't do, you don't need to take that home with you. You can't internalize it. You give your best, like in sports, right? You leave it all out on the field.